What's up, guys? We're Lore Heroes. We're back again doing videos about games.
Yeah, and Alex Sims gave us a really good idea for a video, and his question that he asked us was, should we allow the Rachni into the council and on the Citadel, basically open up diplomatic relations with them?
Yes, so hats off to you, Alex Sims.
Great question. I wish I would have thought of this topic for our debate.
Hats off.
Oh, hats off.
Fucking idiot. Anyway, thank you very much. This is an awesome topic. Let's just dive right into it. What are you going to argue for? Again?
I am going to argue for allowing the Rachni to join the Citadel and maybe not join the council. I think that's a stretch, but joining the Citadel and opening up diplomatic relationships. This is assuming that you saved the Queen on Nevaria in Mass Effect 1. So
I'm gonna be clear. I sacrifice the Queen like every time. That's too okay. I think one time I didn't, but that's too dangerous to let them into the Citadel. Think about that. They're killed. They brought their entire galaxy to near extinction once.
And if you remember from Mass Effect 1, the Queen specifically says that her people's song was soured. They heard a sour yellow note coming from space, which I would like to go so far as to say that was Harbinger, who was subtly manipulating the Rachni to turn them violent against the current council, the then council races.
They wouldn't need the Rachni. They had the collectors at the time. They weren't planning to invade anytime soon. Maybe if you're reaching, I guess, to weaken them, but it's more logically that she was just lying.
I don't think it's a reach to say that they wanted to weaken the current council, the then council races, against the coming Reaper invasion.
There was like 1,000-year buffer between that.
That is only because the Krogans were uplifted. So if we can, let's assume, if we will, that Harbinger didn't expect the Krogans to be uplifted to essentially wipe out the Rachni. Anyway, we're on
You're getting off topic. The thing which I want to know is, should they be allowed into intergalactic politics? The answer is clearly a no, because first of all, they control with mind. What's to stop them from taking over the council?
They can't communicate. So if we go back to Mass Effect 1, the Queen doesn't communicate directly with Shepard through mind control. She had to basically take a dead body, reanimate it, and use that to speak. Just like in Mass Effect 3 when the Queen had to use the dead Krogan to speak.
Yes, the dead Krogan to speak. But
you can't. I don't think she can take control of a living thing. It has to be dead. She has to reanimate it.
Maybe she kills one of the council members and reanimates it.
Ooh, that is a good point. But
I think that's horror movie shit right there.
That is. I don't think she'd do that though.
Oh yeah, because what possible reason could a species want for total world annihilation? It's not like they'd have the whole place to themselves.
Okay, so
a species that is already lost.
If we were to take that point into consideration, we'll take that point into consideration. Only the Queen can only do that within close proximity. So let's say
all the council members are always right next to
let's say the Queen isn't allowed on the Citadel. She communicates with her workers and her soldiers through a quantum entanglement. It's at least
essentially, yes.
So you have a Rachni worker who is in direct communication with the Queen at all times, and then he expresses the views of the Rachni people, or that worker expresses the views of the Rachni people. So keeping the Queen off the Citadel solves the problem, while having them involved in diplomatic relationships.
Okay, what are they going to bring to the world?
What are they going to bring to the world?
In fact, the Bolus had to fucking make the economic system for the entire galaxy, and they're not even on the council. Yeah, so what can the Rachni bring to the table?
They can quickly form the largest army to bear in the galaxy.
Oh, because what's wrong with that? They can just form a giant army.
That's why the giants are on the council.
A giant army that once almost wiped out the galaxy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, your face.
This one is peaceful. It's not being. It's not being.
No, I know we did that last time, but we're cool now.
Okay, if you jump ahead to Mass Effect 3,
okay.
The Queen, if you save the Queen and the Queen was saved in Nevaria, the Queen helps out with the Crucible.
That's because there's a larger threat. The Reapers can destroy the Rachni.
But she's proving that they can be peaceful and work together.
So what?
So, okay.
Russia and America did that in World War II. Look at us now. We're not buddies.
Good point.
Yeah, exactly. Just because they can work for us one time doesn't mean they're going to work for us all the time. And it's not incredibly likely, but it's a very good possibility that they could just turn on us again.
If the Rachni are brought to heel, like if
they're brought to heel, that's a terrible way to phrase this. If we tame the Rachni...
No, just like the Turians were brought to heel with their dreadnoughts. I can't remember the exact name of the treaty, but it's in the lore. There is a limit to the number of dreadnoughts each species can possess. Like if you're on the council, you get like 3 for every whatever, and then others, Citadel races can only have 1 for every X amount. I don't know what the treaty is, but it's essentially limiting the number of forces. If they're brought to heel with those treaties, and if they follow those treaties, and if subsequent inspections ensure that they're following those treaties, I don't see why we shouldn't let them into the Citadel. I think you have a greater chance of avoiding the threat if you just have constant diplomatic relationships.
I'll agree that it's a chance that it would help for sure. And I guess I'm not opposed to maybe some kind of emissary brought on to the Citadel purely on a very small faction. I don't want any more than 20 Rachni on the Citadel. Because I think one Rachni could kill a good amount of people.
Yeah, but they are dangerous. But so is a Krogan.
A Krogan is, I'm going to say smarter, but let's be real.
Yeah.
No offense to Krogans, even though they don't exist. Okay, I guess we'll have to agree to disagree. But that's how all the debates ends, more or less. But
if you will, allow the emissary onto the Citadel. If they prove that they follow the treaties,
if they something to the table, if they can prove they can bring something to the table.
You know, they discovered FTL travel by themselves.
So did all species on the Citadel.
Yeah, but they didn't need to.
Protheans. I wonder if did the Protheans have any attachment to the Rachni?
I don't.
No, Javik talks a little bit about them, but in his time they were just mindless beasts. He used them. The Rachni were used.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a topic for another time.
It is.
So thank you for watching. Please tell us that I won.
I like to think I would win. I'm always a fan of more diplomatic relations.
You're just the guy who you choose Paragon without thinking about the real thing. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to be the good guy and save them, regardless of the actual bad consequences. The one time I
actually did, chose my moral choices. I went about 75% Paragon, 25% Renegade, and I didn't have enough Paragon points to keep Talizor on
This doesn't matter.
That's why I have to choose all Paragon already.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Please subscribe, or don't. It's your choice. It's your life. We can't control it, because we're not Rachni.
They can't mind control people.
Bye!